Virgin Group just pledged $3 billion to help tackle greenhouse gas emissions. But a 38,000 square mile hole just opened up in the ice on the Beaufort Sea, and more polar bears are drowning. California just passed all this great climate change legislation, but atmospheric CO2 is still increasing. Nepal is thinking of offering clean energy subsidies to its rural population to help reduce their dependence on firewood, and England is thinking of issuing carbon credit cards. But the genocide in the Sudan is partly over water, which means the resource wars are starting. And so it's like, you know, I feel like Jack. Good news, bad news, good, bad, good, bad. Oh, jeez. I feel like I've got a serious case of hope lash. Fortunately, our heroines remain undaunted by Ismania's failure with Jack and continue their campaign. And while I know this piece is about fighting global warming, I continue to be fascinated/horrified by the destructive effect our weird relationship with sex has upon this culture. And I cannot help but wonder what would happen to the overall societal gestalt if some critical mass of people were very pointedly not giving it up on behalf of the greater good. I mean, for one thing, all of Congress would be going completely apeshit, right? Because the whole point of being a powerful politician is to get laid with impunity. Well, impunity until you got caught boinking the interns. So imagine the camera zooming down through the hallowed halls of Congress. All the men are priapically crippled, but trying not to show it. Now, look, I know someone's going to get all head up here about the fact that there are women in Congress too, but look. Women only hold 15% of the seats. They've never been caught pointing the interest. And honestly, hard-ons are funny. In fact, one of the funniest things about Lysistrata the play is the way productions handle the image of sexual frustration in men, usually with large baguettes, long quivering balloons, oversized zucchini. And there is just no way I am going to abandon a nugget that juicy. So, to follow Aristophanes' own playwriting instructions, open scene, insert giant phallus. See that in the back? Back to Congress. Al Gore has a cameo here as Speaker of the House. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Nebraska. No, not now. Wait, I can see my time to the gentleman from Idaho, the Dennis. You wanna? No. Not now. Shit. Elizabeth, you wanna talk? I'm busy, Mr. Speaker. What are you eating? Dark chocolate with candied ginger. Switzerland sent it. They're very sympathetic. From here, the film, I can't believe what I'm about to tell you. The film dissolves into another montage of bummed out Pfizer execs because nobody's taking Viagra. And job retraining for former sex workers. And street corner debates over whether masturbation is cheating. Movies and TV change because they're not showing sexy people having sex. And they're not dressing women up in sexy clothes, and so actresses don't feel compelled to be 20 pounds underweight. And they start dressing in sweats all the time, and so fashion trends change for the rest of us too. Stock in Vansco clogs skyrocket. Advertising changes because they're not using sex to sell, well, everything. And the media abandons its obsession with binomial power couples and celebrity vaginas. And the heat drops out of both the abortion debate and, as a nice little side benefit, opposition to gay marriage. Parent-kid conversations about sex change because people have to explain to their kids what's going on. And then they end up having much more frank conversations overall. Because since people aren't actually doing it, parents aren't as worried about your kids getting pregnant from too much information. And of course, people are doing a lot of yoga and swimming in very cold water to rechannel their sexual energy, and they start losing weight and getting healthier and taking fewer prescription drugs, and insurance premiums go down, and they end up creating a nationwide single-payer healthcare plan. And as the birth rate goes down, classroom size drops, education improves, and a group of visionaries create a worldwide science contest called the Sea Prize to figure out a way to remove excess CO2 from the atmosphere. And, other folks start volunteering in prisons to help rehabilitate the convicts rather than just punishing them, thereby pulling the legs out from under the prison industrial complex, which is an issue we haven't really covered yet. I think I may be losing focus here. Don't forget me. Right. And as more and more people stop having sex, it causes a massive unleashing of Kundalini, which is a coiled serpent of feminine energy located at the base of your spine. And when Kundalini gets awakened, she travels up the center of your body, opening all your chakras, and you get enlightened. And while it's a little bit uncomfortable, it's also pretty amazing. Fear drops away, and your heart opens, and you start to glow. Like a divine compact fluorescence. And people are having these spontaneous Kundalini unleashings just walking down the street. Random strangers see them and are transfixed by the sight. And they start taking pictures of Kundalini people with their photo phones and sending those pictures to their friends, and those people get Kundalini as well. And even though Kundalini is a serpent, every time someone takes or receives a picture, they could swear that just for a moment, even though the image didn't linger, they thought that they saw a very small frog. Iniga seems to be everywhere, quietly goosing the reluctant into action. Lissa, though, has been seeing her less.